Boom! Here we go. We are attacking Harbour City, and we're going to bring our A game. So we are playing with the Shield Maidens this morning, and I have literally only just unlocked them. Got them up to level 8. Haven't actually played them properly yet. So this is going to be interesting how this goes. This is probably my most favourite map, Harbour City. I love this map. I love both attacking and defending on this map. I would say I probably prefer defending, but attacking is just as much fun. But we're going to run our grey units, we're going to run our Martellatory first, get these guys, try and get in a bit of dominance on the wall up here. Try and get A, and then we're going to push down to the supply point and run all the way down the street down to the main point. The main point on this always becomes an absolute bloodbath. Every single game. Every game is an absolute bloodbath on this one. It's fun. I love this map. I love this map so much. You get so many kills and it is always good fun. So I'm actually in here with another streamer, and that is Mr. Poncho. So we're going to see how well he does as well. That was Dude's just saying hi to me as he's kicking me off the ladder. Total like fluke. I am actually playing this early morning because I'm not actually at work today, which is quite nice. So this is a bit of a rare treat for me.
Units, assemble. We can
Look at that, look. Oh, that beautiful sunshine. This is a nice map. This map was actually taken out of rotation for quite a considerable amount of time, actually. For a few seasons it was taken out, and it was put back in a couple of seasons ago, and honestly I love this map so much. Now, when you're attacking, some people actually are brave enough, stupid enough, to sally out of this little side entrance here, come around and try and take the supply point, which they've done here. So our boys are just going to push them up. Now, people do get caught out sallying out here, especially when you're by yourself as well. Very easy to get caught out. Would I recommend sallying out and trying to take on a few people? Not really, because the most you're going to be killing is a load of grey units, and it's not worth the hero death like that. Because it also leaves a obviously leaves the walls a little bit less defended if you've lost a hero or two. And to be honest, like taking out a few grey units early game is not like beneficial really at all. It doesn't help you really in any way, shape or form. You can take out a load of grey units to stop like siege towers and stuff, but actually like once one siege tower ends up on the walls on this map, out of the 3 that you can push, like that's it. Like A is pretty much gone, to be honest. The battle on the walls up here always does get very, very bloodbathy as well, which is always good fun. On the walls here, you can actually treb every single part of it, so it is quite a good thing to use to actually try and gain a little bit of initial dominance, a little bit of a foothold on the walls. Is using those trebs. Catches people off guard a lot. You have it. You have a kill. Can I get out of it? See, there should be more of us up here, really. I don't know why there isn't. Got that cheeky little trap down. I don't know why everyone is still at the back. Oh, don't tell me that trap has missed everything. Oh, that is not good. Right. Come on, everybody needs to be coming up these towers. We've got one dude here, one, I don't even know what this dude's doing. Don't know, this dude's just sat on the artillery. Like, everybody needs to be getting up. Getting these, getting the walls now. This siege tower is probably the best one to land because it gives you the dominance over the wall over here, and it actually stops them being able to run up these stairs. So if you can try and get this siege tower down, this is always the best one to get down. This one, or actually this one, because this one blocks off this kind of stairwell. This one's actually probably the weakest siege tower to get up first. But to be honest, it's whatever siege tower lands. It's whatever siege tower lands first. Right, I'm going to run back and grab a horse, because I don't fancy actually running about on foot everywhere at the minute. Not going to crack out the shield maidens yet. Gonna see what else we got to crack up because I kind of forgotten what I bought. Ah, Sons of Ephemera will do the job here. So we can get these boys up. These boys aren't actually maxed out yet. I am in the process of maxing these guys out. I think they're just about there. I think they're level 16 out of 18. So they are pretty much there. I don't know if they're maxing out the Sons of Ephemera makes a huge difference or not. I haven't actually heard many people playing them, to be honest. And I haven't seen them for a little while either. Actually, they seem to have kind of stopped being played so much, which is a shame. I need to try and remember how to play them myself at this point. I think that's the speed. So we're going to try and gain dominance over these stairs. If we can. It is going to help us massively, although those guys have... because no one else is up here helping. All of those guys are dead. That was a terrible push because I thought I had another 2 people with me. It looks like we are gaining dominance on that one over there though, which is nice. But you can see these guys are sallied out here. Left the gate wide open, so if people were clever we could quite easily just push in through that gate. But I don't trust this team. I don't trust this team. I've pushed up twice now and I've been left by myself, so I am not falling for it a third time. This thing sometimes it's like, even though you can see plays, even though you can see actually like the way you want to go, the way you want to kind of push, you've got to kind of judge it on how your team's doing as well, because it's pointless you pushing by yourself and getting yourself killed. Because then you've got to respawn here and you've got to run back to the battle and it just takes absolute ages to get back into it. Like sometimes it's better just to kind of pull away, strategically withdraw and go for a second attack in combination with a few other people. We're going to bring out the Namcans. We're going to try and get a bit of bleed damage on the walls. It looks like those guys are really trying to push up that siege tower but not having much luck with it at the minute. So the Namcans, if you actually caught one of my videos this week, are one of the top 5 units. I would say you definitely need to be getting hold of. These guys are very, very useful in terms of archer units putting out a constant flow of damage. Very, very useful. Very easy to get as well, because they're Season 2 challenges. But go back and have a look at that video if you are fairly new to the game, wondering what kind of units you want to get. Have a look at that top 5 units to have video, because I go through all the different units, how to get them, and the reasons why you need them. So it does help you massively early game as to like what to get and what to kind of try and push towards.
Archers, stand ready.
Come on, boys. Come on. We need to try and make a bit of a foothold here. We're getting we're not really getting far here, to be honest. Unfortunately, there's no concentrated attack from us. We're kind of just pushing up and not really concentrating on what we're doing here. Ah! And someone's talking to me now as well. Ah! Whoa! Naughty. He came for the kill. That was a bit naughty. Looks like we might have A here. Looks like... oh, why am I healing? I had a bit less health than that. Looks like we might have A here though. We've finally caught A. This point you do just have to Zerg. Like, you've got to Zerg it with your whole team. Like, the whole team just push. It's the way of doing this point. Now, if we can keep the momentum, we're going to run round, we're going to get the supply point, we're going to rush up the back streets to the main point. With this map, as an attacker, you have to keep this momentum going. Once you get this first point, get that supply point, rush straight to the end point, because once the defenders actually start stacking up and getting artillery down and stuff like that, it makes it 10 times harder trying to get in there on that last point. This map is very defensive heavy. It's very defensive heavy, especially that last point. Very defensive heavy. It is breakable. You can break it if you work together and you work well with your team. However, the more time they have to set up and prepare their defense right at the end, the harder it gets. It is. I've managed to hold that point for like 12 minutes before. It's ridiculous how long you can hold it for if you manage to set up properly before the attackers actually get there. Now, it looks like we might actually just be going straight to that point, and it's always worth noting as well, their spawn, the attacker spawn, is over here. So if you can actually get this supply point and block off these streets, it stops them being able to reinforce that that main point, which is very useful, and it does score you quite an easy win if you manage to do that. That's the way I thought we were going here, but it looks like people have kind of chickened out and are starting to head towards the upper direction now, which is a shame. Looks like we're gonna try and pincer attack this one though. Ooh, some stalwarts. We haven't actually got any units. 4 Namgans, they've put the work in, but boop. Yeah. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people there. Try and pincer attack them. They were all focusing down on that side. We're going to try and push in this side. That's the thing with attacking. You've got to like really think about actually the directions the defenders are going, the directions they get pulled. If you can kind of push them and attack them on 2 flanks at once, 2 sides at once, then it makes your life a lot easier. Actually going charging in and attacking people sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. It's probably 50-50 whether that's going to work or not, because it just becomes a pure strength contest then. Whereas if you just use a little bit of strategy, a little bit of tactics in this game, it goes a heck of a long way. Oh, I've been left here again. Oh, 4 people. Ah, I was hoping I was going to get a stun on them. Try and just get my ult and get 2 of them. But oh well. We're not doing too bad for score. We've got 6 kills, 1 death, 4 assists. We're doing alright. Unit kills could definitely be better. But we'll see how we get on when we respawn back in. Okay, so we're just about to respawn back in. The units are looking fairly similar in terms of numbers. We are a little bit less. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're at a disadvantage, because they could just be all grey units that they've still got left. Now these boys really need to start focusing on this point up here though. Start going this way. Forget that supply point, just totally forget it. If we're not going to get that supply point, just push on forward, get the main base is the way of doing it. That's the thing, there's no point concentrating on that supply point, because actually, like, if you can't get it, it's pointless constantly trying to get it. Because actually that supply point, yeah, it's nice having it and everything, but this one's definitely the more important one up here. And actually, if we can kind of rush towards this one, get this one sorted, it stops them having a supply point, it stops them at their spawn as well. We're going to swap swords, because I think that's how you play the maidens. Oh my god. Right, maidens, do you think? See how these gals do. I mean, they're destroyed by the stalwarts here, and it's only my unit here, and we've got 4 heroes. Because people aren't concentrating on what they're freaking doing. Why are people still going for the supply point? Lads, go and get this point. See, now, if all of these guys just rush straight up that main street and then back around, they could quite easily get that. If you are finding yourself in a situation like this, just go for that last point. That supply point is not going to give us any extra time. Really, it doesn't benefit us that greatly, and actually now they've all backed up onto the main point, and they're going to have the time to now consolidate and strengthen their defence, which is going to make it a lot harder now. I'm actually going to probably place a bet right now and say I don't think we're going to be winning this, because we've kind of mucked about with this supply point for far too long. I've lost all the units, and we are actually exactly the same number, 4 units, so that's the only thing that's going for us currently. This is going to be a very hard push, especially in the 2 minutes that we have. Now, bearing in mind that it actually takes about 30 seconds to capture a point, we've got just over a minute to do this, and they've got all of their heroes alive. They're going to have a lot of artillery already set up. This is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is a losing battle. We're not going to be winning this one, but we're going to try and score as many kills and stuff as we can right now. And we're going to give them a bit of what for. But as you can see, just how this last point is set up, absolute bloodbath every single game. Once you get to this stage, it's an absolute bloodbath of a battle now. Now everybody does need to just be pushing in. There is no point in sitting back at this point. Oh wow, I think I just got blistered. That's our start of the game. We're going to see how they actually get on though. We're going to see if they actually manage to get in on the point. I think the attackers, the defenders even are just going to push us back on this one. I don't think the attackers are going to make any kind of play here. It's just too late for the defenders. No one now. It's a really good tactic on this map. Actually, if you are attacking, to actually focus your force on this corner here, which is where we were playing, but actually have like 3 or 4 people come all the way back round and block off this reinforcement point, so their spawn point, which is here. You block this street off, and actually then you can kind of wither the heroes down on the point, and eventually capture the point. But definitely not going to be happening in this game. Good game though. Anyway, always GG's. Very good game, enjoyed it. I love it. Even when you lose on a battle, don't take it to heart. Just learn from it. Learn actually what could I do better, which way could I go, could I have done this, could I have done that. I tried a couple of plays, unfortunately my team wasn't really thinking along the same lines as me, but we've got 6 kills, 3 deaths and 5 assists. Pretty happy with that. Unit kills was a little bit low. B as well. Oh, that's painful. God, at least I'm not last. Alright. Thank you very much for watching though, folks. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have, please do let me know down in the comments below. Let me know as well, actually, what units you want to see in the next siege battle, because I'm always on the lookout to actually find out what kind of units you guys want to play with, learn about, see how they play, see the play style, and actually learn a bit about the maps as well. I kind of try and not just show you gameplay, I kind of show you that overview, that strategic map as well, so you can actually learn the different kind of attack points and everything like that. If you do enjoy that kind of style of video that I have been doing, please do let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button, share this video around, all that lovely fan-dooby-tastic stuff, and as always, I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.